Well, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the first Wednesday of 2021, which would make this the first Wednesday morning Devo of 2021, if you're doing the math. And I hope you're all well and that you had a little bit of a break over the holidays, or maybe a big break. I'm enjoying my new coffee cup. Thank you, Manny. And so we had a great time as a family, did a few outings and got a little bit of downtime. But I'm ready for the new year. I'm excited about what I see the Lord doing in me and in our community this coming year. I hope you are too. Now, I want to ask you this question as we get started. What are you looking forward to in 2021? Maybe it's just a break from the craziness, but it looks like we're not going to get that right away. Maybe it's a vacation or a kitchen remodel or something else. But just think about those words, looking forward. What are you looking forward to? What is your gaze fixed on? And I wonder if the thing that you are looking forward to that would make 2021 a win for you, I wonder if it's the same thing that the Lord has in mind. I wonder if they're connected, or if his idea of a win for 2021 is different than your and my idea of a win. So how do we make sure it's the same? And I think here's a good place to start. I was thinking about the word fixing our gaze, and Hebrews says fix our gaze on Jesus, the author and perfecter of our faith. Literally, the beginner and finisher of our faith. So he starts it, we don't. He finishes it, we don't. We go along through each year, through each season of our lives, and we welcome his work or we fight against his work in finishing the work in us. And I believe that he wants to finish his beautiful work in you. He has all kinds of things planned for you this year that you don't have any clue about yet. In fact, Ephesians 2 says that there are good works that he has prepared for you and me in advance to walk into. So from the beginning, he has planned 2021 out. And yes, even 2020. And we might have felt like, man, no one was at the wheel during that year, but he planned good stuff in our lives last year and this coming year. So I want to ask you, are you focused on the maybes of what could happen this year? Or are you focused on the for sures of what he wants to do this year? So I've spent a lot of time out on the ocean, and I remember going out on a friend's sailboat. And I don't usually like sailboats because I'm not that patient. I'd rather just throttle up and get there. But we were out on a sailboat, and I remember, cluing in on how does he get where he wants to go. And usually on a sailboat, when you're tacking, he would pick a point out on the horizon, out at the islands or on the land or somewhere, and he would aim for it. And then he would pick another point and he would aim for that, or he would look at the compass. Now there are waves, there are dolphins, there's all kinds of other stuff happening. But if you focus on all that temporary stuff that's happening around, you never really get where you're going. At best, it takes you a long, long time and you eventually end up there. At worst, you're just going in circles. And in our lives, it's the same thing. If we focus on the stuff that's around us, good or bad, the temporary, we don't really get where we need to go. And if we fix our eyes on him, fix our eyes on what he wants to do, then that's how we're going to see some beautiful things happen, some things in our faith get finished this year. We're going to see the promises of God actually live out in us. And so I want to strongly encourage you. If I were there, I would grab you and say, here's this year that God has given you. Don't waste it. Don't waste the next 360 days because they're so important. Fix your eyes on Jesus more than any other goal. So think about that, any other goal. Maybe you're single and you're like, man, I really need a spouse. Focus on him more than that. Maybe you're rebuilding your credit. Maybe you went through a bankruptcy. You're starting a new job. You need this or that to happen. What are you focused on more than him? Get that flipped around this year, and then you'll see things start to fall into place in your life as you put him first. That doesn't mean he's going to make you healthy and wealthy and wise. It means he's going to give you the desire of your heart. He's going to help you walk into the plans that he has for you, the good works he has set in advance. Ephesians, remember, says that you're going to walk into those things. And Psalm 37 is another great hint and tool for us. It says, delight yourself in the Lord, and he will do this. He'll give you the desires of your heart. So he already knows my desires, no surprise. He already knows your desires too. You can't surprise him with what's in there. He already sees it. He already knows it. But if I delight in him more than in that stuff, he will give me the desire that's in my heart. Often the stuff that's in my heart is a mixture of stuff that honors him and delights in him and stuff that honors me and delights in me. As I delight in him, he perfects this stuff, and he can change the desires of your heart. I've seen it happen in me and in many people around me. He'll change your desires over time so that you're actually the person you're created to be, and he's doing the good things in your life that he has created from the beginning for you to walk into. So what we desire may actually change over time because our focus is on him, and then he begins to make us more like him. So what do you most hope will happen in 2021, in this coming year? And have you brought that to the Lord and say, Lord, here's what I hope to see this year. Here's what I believe you want to do. Or do you just keep it to yourself and say, here's what I think should happen? And here's the thing. If you have this desire in your heart, ask him. Say, here's what I would love to see happen. But I want you more. If this thing would keep me from you, then I don't want it. But Lord, I have this desire in me, this passion in me, this direction, these goals. And Lord, I ask that you would give me these things as I delight in you. Lay that stuff at his feet. Give it to God. And then trust that if it's beautiful, if it's right, if it's loving for you, guess what? He'll give it back to you. Keep your focus on the good stuff this year. Keep your focus on the God stuff this year. And then everything else will fall into line as you delight in him. So blessings, everybody. I hope this has been helpful. And I look forward to seeing you on Wednesdays in 2021. And God bless you. See you soon.